What if adversity was the universe's way of directing us down a different path? Have you ever had the pleasure of riding on a train? Have you been able to experience that? They really are a marvel of humanity, where thoughts became dreams and dreams became reality. It is one of the many examples that we can visually understand. Let me paint a quick backdrop for you. You see, train tracks or rails have switch stands that, when flipped, will cause the train to deviate from its current rails and cross over to another set, putting it on a completely different route in the end. This gives us a beautiful parallel or an analogy for our lives and can help us understand how small decisions and seemingly insignificant choices can create vastly different outcomes. Life holds many paths for each of us, and we have complete authority to switch tracks if we don't like the one we're traveling now. This means if the train you are riding in isn't representing who you want to be and isn't taking you where you want to go, it is as simple as making quality decision to switch the tracks. The train doesn't judge you. The tracks don't complain about your choices. They are there to make sure your free will is honored. We are never stuck. Free will means you get to call the shots, conductor. Just knowing we have a choice empowers us to make the call. Unlike actual railroads, we can throw the switch in our own life at any time we decide. However, similar to real-world trains, trying to stop or change direction isn't easy to do and often takes a little bit to complete the change. Trains require so much power to get them moving, and once they are in motion, they are difficult to stop. Now, this can work in your favor or against you, depending on the positive or negative nature of your journey. So look, it should be no secret, I am a fan of the law of attraction. I hold strong belief in it, and I have seen it work several times in my life. I was able to throw the switch and move a family of 5 halfway across the United States from Missouri to North Carolina with less than $2,000. It turned out to be a very successful move, but we had added so much visualization and emotion to it that it became inevitable. I believe that what you focus on, to the point that it evokes emotion, and if you hold it for any amount of time, it can and will attract that very thing into your physical life. This works for both positive and negative outcomes. So where you focus your mind on, you will find that you'll have to deal with that very ideal very soon right in front of you. If you can see it, you can be it. Oftentimes, we have attracted a direction, a path, or an idea into our lives only to realize that it wasn't what truly represented who we wanted to be. See, life is trial and error, learning, correcting, and becoming. And unfortunately, we can't see the end from the beginning. So here's a paradigm shift that I'll give you right now. I want you to ask yourself, am I really afraid of the unknown? Or am I more afraid of what I know coming to an end? It's like, I know these tracks I'm on. I don't know those over there. Don't let yourself be stuck floating in a stagnant pond when the rich, flowing, gorgeous river is just a decision away. So see the river, picture the river, see the river, and then go. To come to terms with the error, and then to refocus our thoughts and ideas. With a quality commitment to change, we can attract a different flow and direction into our realities. I believe the universe, or God, is there to give us exactly what we consistently determine to be available and possible for each of us. Now, this might be another paradigm shift for you, but I don't think God gave us a particular song to sing. No, I believe He gave us the musical notes and then stands proud and marvels at the songs we create. Our thoughts and ideas, they move the universe. We think far too little of our importance and effectiveness in the unlimited connections we have with everything and everyone around us. There's no space between us and greatness. If you look around at all the amazing inventions and progress in life, they weren't found or discovered somewhere on the outside. Those dreams were already inside us and were uncovered, believed in, and implemented with a godlike faith. See, we stand over here and see the effect of someone's dreams and think that it was always there, as if they were someone specially gifted and we were not. But that's not true. We discount so much of our ability. We minimize who we are, and we don't realize how much we have to offer others by simply accessing our creativity and putting it on display for the world to see. Look, when you stifle yourself due to fear, you rob the world of so much. I always told my boys who are young and struggling with where they fit in, look, the world needs you. The world needs you, and it needs you now. There isn't a puzzle in this world that is pleasing to the eye when it is missing that one single piece. Well, sure, the picture could be beautiful had that one missing piece not constantly drawn our eyes to the fact that it is gone. This world knows you are missing. It will wait your whole life to fit you into where you belong, but it will leave that choice up to you. The world is unbalanced without you. This world needs you. It is incomplete otherwise. Don't for a second believe that someone else can do what you do. No one can do it exactly like you. I used to believe that, and had I not found it to be incompatible with who I wanted to be, this channel would never have existed. But I have something to say, and I have a way to say it that no one can deliver quite like me. And that's not me being pompous. It's just me believing in who I am. So if you look around, much of what you see comes from spiritual substance you cannot see. Everything you are witness to came from the thought and ideas of another. And what is available to one is available to all. The only thing that is lacking on this planet is self-belief. Look, don't fear drought. Don't fear famine. Don't fear war. Fear self-doubt. It is the worst worldwide pandemic we will ever face. This attracted change I'm talking about doesn't always happen immediately. Oftentimes you still live out what you previously called into your life before the shift takes place. Sometimes this can feel like a seamless transition where you don't even notice the adjustment, but the majority of the time you are going to notice the pressure or the staggering jerk from left to right when the switch is thrown and the adjustment is made. Adversity is defined as continued difficulty, and I believe we all know that change can be difficult. It's amazing that we can draw faith from the past, where we are able to look back and see how we overcame adversity and everything fell together brilliantly to an amazing outcome. How many times have you heard someone say that hindsight is 20/20? That means looking back, we can see how the puzzle pieces fell together in our favor. It's not so easy to see in the moment when it's happening, though. So I would encourage you to draw confidence and faith from past successes, but don't use it to draw fear and failure. I understand that it is hard to see that the difficulty we experience is simply the switch being thrown that sets us on a better path and takes us to a place where we can say with confidence, "Who is this I see? I see me, the only me I truly wanted to be." So I've been on a train before, and it truly is an enjoyable experience the way that the heavy boxcars glide along the rails. You know, in your life right now, if you feel like it's going well, like you are smoothly gliding along the rails, be sure to take in the beauty through the windows and enjoy every minute of it. Because the truth is, we've either just came out of a difficult time or are heading into one. Sometimes we are simply in between. If you find that you are dealing with problems, know there are solutions to those problems and they are there for you to uncover. You're smart enough to find a way out. You're brave enough to make the change. You have everything you need right now to make a good, quality decision that will carry you to your place of purpose. Maybe you think your life is a train wreck. It's not. You are simply in the process of adjusting and realigning. So continue to ride it out and try not to overthink it. Many of y'all are afraid to change tracks, like you're comfortable where you are because you've been on those rails for so long. And some of y'all seem to be complacent where you are because you're afraid of what might occur when you throw that switch. I can assure you, when you end up getting where you want to go and you look back at that journey, which one of those struggles would not have been worth it? Any of them? No. You would see that every one of them lifted you higher and bridged the gaps in your life that helped you to cross that impasse between where you were and where you wanted to be. So you may be focusing much of your attention on what is going wrong in your life. You're not understanding the reasons for the struggle. And you keep asking, why? And because of this, you have missed so many opportunities to throw the switch and to change the tracks. Some of you are too timid to even board the train. I have a vast library of books, and there is one in there that's titled Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. So do it. You'll be okay. Your life won't end. You won't find yourself in ruin. You'll finally be living. Board your train. Stop fearing the unknown and start embracing adventure. You are going to be okay. It can be a lot of fun and excitement if you allow it to be. We can't always know what is around the corner, and we aren't always going to know in advance what the outcome of our decisions are going to be. That's okay too. What you can do is decide to remain committed to each switch you throw. Once you make the decision to throw it, stand by your choice and don't second guess it every step of the way. That's wasted energy that you can do nothing about. You can't go back and unflip that switch. Commit fully to your decision and give it everything you can. Only then will you know if it's going to be what you expected it to be. If not, it can be changed again. I can't express it enough that you aren't stuck where you are now. You can change and change and change again if that's what you wish. Don't fear change. Don't fear throwing the switch. You are always one switch, one decision away from a completely different life. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you either. So before the train leaves the station, I want to leave you with this. Keep in mind that if things aren't going the way you want, your life is not getting wrecked, it's getting repositioned. And that is a completely different perspective if you will accept it. Listen, it's never too late to be what you might have been.